am actually stuck under here. I don't think I can get this thing off. Oh God. Ooh, now that my hair is all messed up, we can get started. Hashtag representing beavers. Any of my followers from Oregon, and if you are maybe not even from Oregon, are you guys a Beavers fan or a Ducks fan? I get a lot of questions as to why I joined the military, and so I kind of wanted to just open up to you guys and put my heart out there and generally just have a conversation as to why I joined the military, specifically the Air Force, specifically security forces. So you guys can have a little bit of a background and you guys can relate to me more and kind of have an understanding why I went the route that I did. I don't want to necessarily have this video portray such a negative connotation towards the military. I just want you to know that the military isn't for everybody and there's nothing wrong with that. Without further ado, let's get started. Did you like those dance moves? Yeah? No? Okay. Maybe I shouldn't do those dance moves. The first things first, I'm going to explain to you why or how the military even came about into my mind, because if anyone mentioned the military to me at all, like point blank, I'm like,
nope, not for me, nope, next, moving on.
It was my senior year of college. My uncle actually mentioned the Navy to me because of this goal that I've had in mind, so it kind of only made sense that he mentioned it to me. He's like, hey, do you ever think about the Navy or the military? And I'm like, no thanks. I was living in Alaska on a Fulbright scholarship for gymnastics. I was there at school from 2013 to 2017. It was, I think, 2017, my senior year. My dad came up, visited me in like March time frame for my birthday. We were eating at this place called Village Inn. And I kind of brought up the idea of the military to him, and I literally wasn't really serious about it at all. I just kind of was contemplating, thinking about it as an option, because at this point, I felt like I knew exactly what I was going to do with my life. One of the biggest mistakes I probably did was talk to an FBI agent at a job fair in Alaska. Yeah, probably shouldn't have done that, because if I didn't do that, then I wouldn't be here. Not saying that here is bad. I feel like since joining the military, my life has been a little rough compared to what my life used to be prior to the military. Here I am talking to my dad. Then towards the end of my school year, I was going to be graduating. I talked to an FBI agent, like I said, and she said two things. One, you have to have a bachelor's degree, which I already had. Now I have a bachelor's degree in sociology and a minor in justice. Hence why I want to do law enforcement, specifically FBI. And so I was talking to her, asking her questions like, hey, how do you get into it? Blah, blah, blah. She said that I would need to have law enforcement experience and my bachelor's degree. So she gave me two options for that law enforcement experience, either on the civilian side or the military side. The military side, you didn't need as long in. So it was like 4 years, then you could apply. But I think like the civilian way, you'd have to be in for about 6 years experience. And I was like, and at the time, I didn't know where I wanted to live. I had a lot of people trying to push me to do local law enforcement, like Salem Police Department in Oregon. And that just wasn't for me. And I didn't know if I wanted to live there, considering I traveled a lot throughout my gymnastics career, all over the United States. And so I kind of wanted to see what was out there in the world. I knew that I didn't want to go back home to Oregon and be quote unquote stuck. Not that I was stuck, because I love my family, but I just felt like there was something else out there for me. So then I went to a recruiter, talked to a recruiter after I got home. It was probably, I was probably home for about 5 months after graduating college, and I went and talked to a recruiter. For some reason, my mind just went, yep, I'm joining the military. That's it, point blank. I'm joining the military. This is gonna be the fastest way to reaching that FBI career goal that I had in mind. That's what I did. I told my recruiter that I did not want to do anything besides security forces, because why would I try to do medical or finance when that has nothing to do with law enforcement. Here I am with a bachelor's degree, literally telling my recruiter that I'm going to be going enlisted as security forces members, and that's the only thing I'm going to be signing, point blank. However, I did try the officer route. I did take the exam. I did pass the exam, but it's honestly super hard and competitive, and being civilian, trying to go officer, it's a lot harder than going military officer. I told myself, regardless, if I don't make it as officer, I would go enlisted no matter what. Here I am signing the dotted line as an enlisted security forces member. I don't want to say that was probably the worst mistake I ever made, because I am truly getting a lot out of it, and I have made some genuine connections with some of my coworkers, some of my friends here. But honestly, I know for a fact the military life is not for me. I have already hit my 2-year mark in December. I do not plan on staying in the military. I do only have a little bit over a year and like 9 months left in the military. I do plan on getting out. I'm not staying in any type of way. And I know that a lot of people are probably, like, you can think negative of me because I know who I am. I am a college educated person who earned a 4I scholarship to a college for gymnastics. And I know what it's like to work hard for what you want. I joined the military as a stepping stone, not as a placeholder, and I feel like a lot of people are judging me off of this stepping stone, and I honestly don't appreciate that. I feel really downgraded by people being in the military. Just because I have on the uniform and it says enlisted doesn't mean that I'm an idiot, that I'm stupid, that I got the lowest score on the ASVAB, so that's why I'm security forces. No, security forces has such a negative connotation, and I don't like that. There's actually a lot of my coworkers that do have college educations. Regardless of college education, I do work with a lot of smart people, and we do more than what you guys think we do. It's a little heartbreaking to kind of put these videos out there for my military followers because of the way that I am treated over the internet by mainly trolls and stuff. So I want to be positive. And if you guys have questions about security forces and the military, I'm willing to answer all the questions that you guys have for me. If you guys want to message me on my Instagram, I'm down to answer any questions that you guys have. I would just appreciate it if you have nothing nice to say, maybe just get past the video. I'm not forcing you to watch it. All my videos are from my perspective and my side of the story. It's not from your side. Every branch has their own mission, and we are all part of one big mission. We all have our separate parts to create the one big mission. So I hope and wish that you guys would think about it like that instead of downgrading everyone else. I mean, if that makes you feel better, go ahead. But this is honestly why I joined the military. It's a stepping stone. There's nothing big, elaborate plan to it. I'm more of a, I need to get this done in order to reach that goal. I don't care how I'm gonna get there as long as I reach my goal in the timely manner that I want to reach it in. So that is why I decided not to go officer and why I went security forces, because I left a lot sooner. I didn't want to have to wait around to retake the exam. I don't want to do that. I was just like, all right, let's go. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get this stepping stone going, and I'll move on to the next thing in my career. If you guys were curious why I joined the military, that is exactly why I joined the military, specific security forces, because it only made sense if I want to do law enforcement. Why don't I get the law enforcement experience while carrying a weapon, playing with the radio, you know, doing call signs, all that type of stuff, radio lingo, all of that, you know, working with people on a face-to-face basis. That's honestly why I joined. If you guys have any questions about it, please feel free to leave a comment below. If you guys are security forces, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. I will see you guys in my next video. Please think about what you say to someone before you actually know them. Everyone joins the military for their own reasons. Like, no one knows, no one needs to explain themselves why they join. I just know that I have a lot of followers that are curious why I specifically joined the military. So that is why I'm sharing that with you guys. If you guys have any questions, then like I said, feel free to ask. Don't forget to leave a comment. All right, bye.